Alright, for investors, Realty Income, it has been one of the hardest stocks to own over the last 5 years. It's like marrying the school slut. Every dividend investor loved it in its prime, it was racking in them monthly dividends, and depending on how much of Realty Income you allocate in your portfolio, it gets even worse. It's like having a bunch of kids with her. And now you're tied up in your 40s, you kind of want to get away from her, but you're in a big hole in terms of burden. AKA your gains right now if you're investing into Realty Income. But can Realty Income get the Ozempic effect and once again return to its glory and sentiment that it once had? Well, I do have a big question mark, and this comes from somebody that does have a bit of a burden right now in some Realty Income. I recently trimmed out of my Realty Income position on the news the other day that interest rates could be potentially going lower. I'll be sharing my updated thoughts on Realty Income today, and something that I am personally a bit worried about when it comes to Realty Income's actual business and plays into my thesis. Let's get into the video.
Hello, I like money.
A lot of people, justifiably so, are probably wondering, Ryan, you're 18 years of age, why in God's green earth do you still own this company? I'd say my answer to that is I bought this asset for the long term, and I'm going to continue holding it until I feel I get a respectable gain for it. I've also gone on record of saying that I would sell out of my Realty Income if I saw opportunity costs and an opportunity that I just couldn't miss out on. Like perhaps maybe Starbucks goes on a dip next month after earnings, I would absolutely trim some of my Realty Income and put it into there. The same goes for any of my other core holdings in the portfolio right now. I'm currently sitting at around an 11% loss on my Realty Income position. At this point, it's definitely an interest rate recovery kind of play. I haven't really bought any recently. The last time I did, I believe, was around like $48, $50 per share a while ago, maybe 9 months. But clearly, it is not aligned with my personal investing requirements for the companies that I'm buying today. But as a long-term investor, I feel I'd be doing a sin to myself if I sold out of this company, especially at a time where interest rates are like this right now. Literally looking historically over the last 10-15 years, it is the worst time to own companies that are heavily impacted by interest rates. So as a long-term investor and as somebody who buys an asset to hold it for the long term and appreciate my value, why would I sell out at a time like this when I don't believe the business has significantly changed in quality? Or has it? Well, so here's the topic of the video that I wanted to get down to today, and I have a bit of a worry when it comes to Realty Income, and I actually think that Realty Income itself and the management is also worried about this. And no, it is not the interest rates, but rather the core tenancy that Realty Income has right now. Realty Income's tenants are a lot of, retail, kind of pharmacy kind of retail, stuff like Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, that kind of stuff, that makes up a big part of its tenancy. And while Realty Income doesn't individually have a client over 3.5% right now, they're pretty much in the same industry. They all have very similar performance and very cyclical behaviors. But the Walgreens type of retail, the CVS, Rite Aid you saw went bankrupt, that kind of retail, for me personally, I've seen a fall off and a decline of that kind of retail at a rapid pace in the last 5 years more specifically. Crime has really impacted this kind of retail, and these retailers aren't like Target, Walmart, Costco. They can't combat this kind of theft. You're seeing Target, Walmart, Costco, those kind of businesses right now, they're getting out of this theft kind of struggle that we've been in for the last couple of years, and they're actually stronger because of it. But if you look at Walgreens, it has completely torn them down. You can look at it like adversity in life as well. You can let the adversity tear you down, have you become an addict, marry the school slut, or you can use it to become a better person. Rite Aid just went bankrupt. Walgreens just announced they're closing thousands of stores. This is not good for Realty Income's business. I'm going to be completely honest, guys. And I'm actually worried, and this has definitely impacted my thesis from where I bought a few years ago. Now, subsequently, where Realty Income is really, I kind of admitted this also, that they're worried about this for their business as well, is the recent acquisitions that they've had in experiential-based real estate. Now, I know a company or two that's been in experiential-based real estate. Realty Income is completely moving away from its core business, and you see it sneakily them moving into type real estate, experiential based real estate. Now, overall, this is good for Realty Income, but they're having to pay a premium for these kind of properties, and it's unfortunate. Something else that's really unfortunate, in my opinion, is that Realty Income closed a merger with Spirit Realty. Now, Spirit Realty, they own a lot of that same kind of retail that Realty Income already has exposure to. They're just doubling down on the investment pretty much, so I don't really get that whatsoever. Big takeaway I want you guys to take away from this video is that Realty Income's core tenant base, that Walgreens sort of retail, I believe has seen an unexpected turn for the worse over the last 5 years, and it actually does have an impact on my thesis with the company. I'll be a little more loose on the price that I'm going to sell out of the company still. I see Realty Income overpaying for some experiential based real estate that Vici is already in. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe. Do dividend stocks, not drugs, and have a good one.